Hi, Julia. Sorry you're not feeling well, and we hope to see you soon. We were looking at day 3 notes that you already have in your possession, so if you would, I think you gave me these numbers, Julia. We're checking to see if everyone else got them, because we were kind of cramming them in at the end of class. And then we also had a percentage map. Do you have both that information in front of you? What about you, Allie? Did you get that? All right, all set to go then. All right, let me train you to do the rest of the information that we need to look at. I wanted to show you this notation. Would you add it to your graph? This is called notation. A lot of your problems won't come out and say, well, the mean is 6.84 and the standard deviation is 1.5. This is all you're going to get right there. So that means you have a normal curve, and in the parentheses, the first number they give you is the mean, comma, the second number they give you is the standard deviation. Are you all right?
I bought my wrong binder.
Okay, would you go get the right one?
It's the same color.
All right. Always bring your stupid stuff. Here it is.
And your smart stuff.
Bring your smart stuff. I like that. That's much nicer.
Hey, should I stop it now? Pause it?
Nah, that's alright. It won't be that long. I'm gonna keep going.
There's camera. Oh, here we go. Photo.
What's today's date?
This can do a thing where you can press it. Oops.
It is? But then you have to. It
To
doesn't.
hold it down, maybe.
I don't know.
The one I used to have, you press photo and it would freeze the picture on one, but you could still keep talking and it would hear it.
It's the day the 6th. Yeah, I don't know.
But the photo button up
It's
here.
pretty basic. I don't know if it has anything fancy.
It has a button that says photo, but it just doesn't seem to be doing much.
Today, 40-some years ago, I accepted the first date with my husband.
Aww, that was so cute. What did you?
We went roller
Story.
skating
That's
and went out for pizza.
Aww.
So,
What? How did he ask you? Were you friends? Like what happened?
yeah, we were kind of
How did you
like going
meet?
to the same church sort of thing. So we had been chatting, and then he asked me out, and I went that day. So
How old were you?
I was in college. I was probably only though about 19. So
Oh.
it happens. All right, got it? All right, I had to give you a demerit for not bringing all your smart stuff, so sorry, I feel stupid, but anyway, I have to be fair. So I fished and got that out. All right, let's look at this notation. It is, again, the first number is the mean and the second is standard deviation, so don't let it take you by surprise. You're all prepared for that. All right, the question I wanted to know is what percent is less than 3.74? That's the kind of questions you're going to have to answer. And actually, this is a harder question than this one. So write down, if you haven't written them already, write the second one first. And we're going to actually do this one first and this one second. Doesn't matter if you've already written it, but we're going to answer the question, what percent is between 5.29 and 9.94? So write down question that I labeled number 1, and I'm going to eyeball that one here, 5.29 actually appears, and so does 9.94. So I'm asking for the area that I striped there. So do you have your day 3 notes going? It looks, we had started that kind of notation on it. You were here yesterday, I think. So see if you can find that for me. If not, I'll give you a blank one.
Bookmark.
That's it, right there. All right, so right around there, did you have your little map going? All right, just at the end of class, Julia gave me these numbers, Brandon. So draw the normal curve and put in the standard deviations. She had already calculated them for us. She gave us the mean, and then she took this number and she added it consecutively to get these numbers and subtracted it consecutively to get these numbers. And I think you have this on your notes. All right, so the question we're asking, what percentage is between the two? So matching that to this, what numbers should I be adding up, Allie?
34.
Right, 34, and what?
Plus 34 again, plus
And then-
13.5.
All right, so what's that come out to be? Anyone got it?
It must be 81.5.
All right, that sounds right. So that represents 81.5%, and that is the correct answer to number 1. You may be tempted to do number 2 the same way, but you'll be slightly off. So look at number 2 and see why I'm warning you, stiffly warning you. I'm going to strike what percent is less than 3.74. So 3.74 appeared here, and I'm going to stripe it here. What would be wrong if I just, this one is that the first, second, that's the third, so it doesn't go beyond here. On the, oh yeah, it does, because I say what percentage is less than, so what would be wrong if I just looked here, it said 2.35. What is wrong with that, Caleb?
Doesn't include the next section, even though it's really tiny.
Right, so this is going to go forever in this direction. We stopped our percentage math at 1, 2, 3 standard deviations from the mean. So therefore, it's not going to be exactly right. So we have to bring out our mathematical minds and figure out how we could get all of the area to the right of 3.74.
Well, since we have the whole thing is 99.7, does that mean that the last 0.3% is divided between the two?
Not exactly. It was close though. And your answer will be close to mine, but mine will be right and yours will be slightly small.
So you're asking how we find out what the percentage is below?
Yeah, what
Wouldn't
do
you
think?
just subtract it from 50 plus 34 plus 13.5?
Alright, so I think we actually had that number. Remember, it was that those 3 numbers you had to know, 68, 95,
I mean, like up until the midpoint is 50%, right?
99.7. So now the percentages are, this one is 68%, this is 95%, and this is 99.7. So now keep going.
From all the way to the right to the middle is 50%. So all you need to count is those from there on and just add it to 50, right?
What I did is see if how this corresponds to what you said, because I'm not sure. Here we have 3.74, it's cut off right there.
Yeah.
That is at 2 standard deviations from the mean. So could I get accurately this amount? Yes.
Yeah.
So that is given in the middle of our memorized numbers. So
Oh,
95 is inside. Inside we've got 95. What is outside of that?
5%. So just divide that by 2.
So one represents the whole, so I'll put it up here. 1 represents the whole area under the curve, and the part that I put in orange is now a fence post between 95%, or so I'll put 0.95, so we get 0.05 is outside both sides, but I'm only interested in this side, so Caleb, what am I going to do with that 0.05?
Just divide it by 2.
Right. Does that correspond at all to what you were trying to say?
I did it a completely different way,
Okay.
but I feel like I'd still get the right answer.
All right, we'll give it a try. So 0.025, which is 22.5%.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Is it? Okay. All right.
And then you can either do that by subtracting, do 50 minus 34 minus 15.5, or you can just do 2.35 plus
Okay.
0.3 divided by 2.
Right, you're right. Okay. So there are several ways of thinking of it. I showed you my way. You've heard their way. And
Your
you're
way
gonna
probably
get out to
easier.
The same thing. Think so? All right. All right. So be aware when it's greater than or less than, you're going to have to do a different kind of thinking than when it's in between. These are the quicker ones. All right, let's look at one more question, see if you can get it without my help. So this will be number 3. Number 3. What percent is between 5.29? Did we do this one? Oh, never mind. That's already done. Let's go ahead and try check your understanding. That's all that remains to be done on that day note. So do you see that? Check your understanding is below. Notice the funny notation there. I didn't tell you the mean and the standard deviation. You have to pick it out of the funny notation. Thank you. I want you to do what we did yesterday with this curve with this new information. All right, you can pause it. Julia, you try that, and we're going to do it at our seats as well. Get your notes.